One of the most important and emotional moments you can capture throughout a wedding day is the groom's reaction to seeing the bride walking down the aisle. There's a couple things you gotta look out for in order to make sure you capture the shot every time. Step one is anticipation. So part of this really comes down to how likely is the groom to have a crazy reaction. Now, regardless, no matter how well you know the groom or if you're just meeting him for the first time, you're not entirely sure how they're gonna react. But one thing that's a telltale sign is that if the groom and the bride are not having a first look that day and the groom is saying that he's feeling nervous that day, that's a pretty good sign that there's gonna be an emotional reaction. Step two is positioning during the ceremony. So for this, what you wanna do is position yourself in front of the front row on the bride's side of the family. So usually the left side of the altar. And what I like to do is I like to crouch down so that way I'm not obstructing anyone's view and I'm definitely not the center of attention. That allows the groom to react his most naturally and I'm not in the way of any guests. After the whole wedding party has walked down the aisle and I know the only one left is the bride, what I do is I pan through the room just looking. I'm not even using my camera at this point. I'm just panning the room, checking out, waiting for the bride to start walking down. The second that I see her in my peripheral, I turn immediately to the groom and I start photographing his reaction. So I'll start with a couple safety shots. And then I'll quickly move over to where the bride is walking down the aisle. I'll get a horizontal shot, I'll get a vertical shot, and then I'll pan back to the groom as she's getting closer. I really advise you to be as discreet as possible during this portion of the day because any little thing could distract the groom and get an unnatural reaction, or you just miss out on that genuine moment. So being tender with this moment and just discreet as possible is how you're gonna make sure you capture it every time.